All right, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you all have been doing well. I know it's been almost a month since we've done a stream on my channel, since Michael and I decided to alternate and start doing the live streams. As you know, we do our live streams bi-weekly, but we've decided to do uh, alternate between channels so that he gets more watch time views on his channel. So every other week the show will be on my channel, and then on the alternating or let's see, every other show will be on my channel, and every other show after that will be on his channel. So once a month we'll do a show on my channel, once a month we'll do a show on Michael's channel. But anyway, today's show we're going to be discussing how do you get back in the rhythm, get back in the groove after you've been out of the gym for a while, after you've been away, kind of fell out of the groove of things. Just let's see, because we have busy lives, right? We got a lot going on. Sometimes it's really easy to fall out of the groove or lose your mojo, as some people would call it. But we're gonna be Michael is coming. He's gonna be a bit late today. He's got some work things going on, but he will be showing up here shortly. But until then, I'm going to do my best to keep you guys entertained and discuss just a few methods you could try to, if you've been away from the gym for an extended period of time. Maybe, you had some things come up, you had sick family, or you yourself got sick. And then after you got better, you just kind of didn't go right back to the gym. So you've been away for a little while and you feel like you're losing all your gains. So the best way that I've found so far to kind of get back into that rhythm is to pick a day that you don't have much going on, or if anything at all going on, and just go in the gym and just do a day of exercises of your favorite exercises, because the exercises that you enjoy are the ones that you're going to be most ambitious to do, or most motivated to go and do. So start. Oh, here's Michael. Let me add him to the stream. And there he is. What's up, man?
How you doing, man? How you doing? How's everybody doing?
Oh, well, it's not showing we got anybody yet, but anyway, I just opened up, and I was discussing how, some people get sick for a while or something, and then they don't go right back to the gym. And, life happens to
Yep.
everybody. We all have a lot going on, so it's easy to fall out of the rhythm. And I just kind of mentioned that the best way or one good method of trying to get back into the groove or get back into the rhythm would be to pick a day, like your least busy day, a day where you don't have anything going on, or just a day where you're least busy or less busy, whatever. And just go in the gym and do all your favorite exercises,
Yeah.
and then that'll kind of carry over. What's up, Derek? I appreciate you stopping through, man. But yeah, and then once you get back in that gym, that first day back, you're gonna just feel it. And I mean, for me anyway, that's how it's always been. I can't set my camera up a little high. I got this new phone, and my other phone, the camera was on the bottom whenever
Yeah.
we would stream. So now I'm having to feel like I'm doing this the whole time. But anyway, yeah. So I was just explaining, like once you get in there and just, get that feeling back, start releasing those endorphins again, you're going to want to go back, and then you'll kind of start to make time again and get your routine back.
Yeah,
But
absolutely. I agree. I agree. The thing is the main point that I kind of want to make, whenever we were talking about this topic in the first place, it's an interesting topic, and it's something that I think more people struggle with than we like to admit. But the thing that I was thinking the entire time is it's never too late to get started or to restart. It's never too late.
right.
I think in some regards, getting started for the first time is easier than restarting. And I'm sure that those who may be those who have never been in the, had a fitness lifestyle or fitness regimen in front of them will probably argue that. They're probably like, whatever, you guys have already started, you know how to do it, blah, blah, blah. And they can make their argument, right? But my argument to that is a restart in some regards is more difficult, because what we tend to do, and I say we, and really I should say me, I've done it to myself. What I tend to do if I take time off for any reason or another is I measure myself against my previous self.
Yeah.
And that's crushing to your self-esteem and to your ego, right? And to your motivation of getting in the gym. So, there's been times where I've taken time off and then I go back into the gym and, lift significantly less. I mean, you probably know that, Chris, you take some time off and you get back and you're just not there. You're not where you left off.
Right.
And that to me can crush somebody more, because you're thinking, well, you have something physical you can look to and say, I used to be this.
Yeah.
Somebody who's starting for the first time doesn't even have that. They have no past experience. They just say, I'm trying to move forward. I'm trying to go from today to tomorrow and be better. Well, whenever I try to restart, I always look back, well, damn it. Yesterday I could do this. Today I can't. And so to me, in some regards, it's more difficult to restart, but I always say that it's never too late, absolutely, to either restart or to start a fitness lifestyle. I think it's imperative that everybody at some point, when they find their motivation, whatever that motivation may be, they grab hold of it and go for it. Don't ever think that you're too late. Nobody's too late.
Right. Whether you're 50 or 70. I mean, I think I mentioned in one of our shows before, there was this old lady, and that she had found out that I think she had cancer. She had something, it was some sort of terminal illness. And she was like 65, 70 years old, and she just started exercising. And then it showed her at 75 years old, and she was she was 75, but in the best shape of her life. Like, she had like glutes, she looked shredded for a 75-year-old lady. It was like beyond ridiculous. And she beat cancer through fitness. She opted out of chemo and decided to go with the healthy lifestyle, eat the right things and do, and she actually beat cancer. I'm not sure what kind of cancer it was, and I'm not a doctor. I'm not recommending anything to anybody.
No.
Using that as an example,
Yeah.
That is one disclaimer, I'm not a doctor. Michael here is a cardiovascular specialist, so he knows more than I do, but I'm by no means like trying to tell anybody you got to do this, or, this is all just advice. So
yes.
As the Hodge twins say, do whatever the fuck you want to do.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. This is just our opinions here. We are not giving any medical advice at all.
Right.
I don't want to get that confused one bit. One quick question though, Chris, curious, I got myself a new phone as well. So is my sound okay, or do I need to go grab my usual earbuds?
No, you sound good, dude.
Okay.
Yep. But I told you, I think I ended up getting the S21, and it's pretty fancy. I like it, but they took off what's up, Bella? Good to see you here. Thanks for coming through.
Absolutely.
I just wanted to shout her out real quick, so I saw her in the chat. But anyway, they take away the headphone jack, and they take away the memory card slot, so you can't add more memory to the phone. And you can't. And what I do in the car a lot is, because I don't have Bluetooth in my car, I only have the aux cord, so I'll plug in the aux, and I have the adapter, right? But sometimes I need to charge, and I've got that little deal that I can set my phone up on the dash and like watch videos while I'm driving or whatever. But anyway, they took it all away, man. I can't charge my phone and listen to my music at the same time anymore. And I'm just like, man, what are y'all doing? Y'all trying to act like Apple and shit? Get that out of here. Give my damn headphone jack back. Just one thing. Spend all this money on a phone, 5G and all that. And it's like, we don't even have 5G around here. I've said it like several times. I'll be like in town, and then I'll lose service, and I'm like, 5G my ass, I'm like, what the hell? But anyway, we're getting off topic here. But yeah, for me, you know, as you mentioned, you're looking at, you know, where you used to be, where you were when you left the gym. But it's important to keep in mind that muscle memory is a very real thing, and that you can get it back fairly quickly. You know, if you get back in the groove and stay dedicated, you'll get your gains back much more quickly than, I mean, there are newbie gains, but you're probably going to make gains even more quickly than a newbie will. I would say muscle memory would be more of an advantage than newbie gains, in my
100%.
opinion. I
100%.
mean, it depends, going to be dependent on genetics, what kind of food you're eating, how you're fueling your body, what raw materials you're providing, you know, all these determining factors. So many, I lost the word. So many variations. What are they called? There's so many
Variables.
variables. Why could I not think of that? Jeez, I'm losing my mind here. My son colored all over the TV.
Awesome.
Yeah, love it. But yeah, no, I log into my fiance's YouTube on the Roku, and I'll have us playing in the background, and I can kind of see, you know,
right,
because it's easier to kind of glance over there than it is to glance down here where I'm like down, you know, and I'm not looking at the camera the whole time.
Exactly.
But yeah, what if you just if you're starting back and, you know, and you're like, man, I used to be able to lift this, you know, I used to be this jacked. And, you know, I went to the doctor the other day, and as you know, I took about a month off, you know, because, I mean, it was a big part of it is the new year, new me people, you know, flooding the gym for January. Yeah. So I was like, you know what, despite them, I'm taking a month off. And it actually, I had tendonitis, and my tendonitis is healed up. I don't feel it at all anymore. So, you know, it does have, you know, there are advantages to taking some time off, whether it's 2 weeks, a month. I really wouldn't recommend any longer than 6 weeks, you know, but life happens, as I mentioned. But as long as you keep in mind that you got that muscle memory, you will get it back. I feel like once you get in there and you start and you release those endorphins again, and you're like, all right, yeah, you know, even though you're lifting less weight, you remember that feeling you get after a good workout, you know, and that's why I recommend that you go in and just go do your favorite workouts on you know, on your first day back, you know, because you'll be more motivated to do the workout. You know, if you go in and your first day back, you're like, oh, I got to do legs, or, you know, you're like doing, you know, you're not, then you're going to dread it. You know, you're not going to want to go back. So, absolutely. But if you're going in and you're like, okay, I'm going to hit, like for me, I like to do bench press. I actually kind of like to do pull-ups, and I would probably do like an upper body workout, like a full upper body workout where I would do delts, bench press. I don't do like front delt raises because, as Coach Greg says, you get all the front delt work you need out of your pressing movements. So I do side lateral raises, and I do rear delt flies and face pulls.
Yeah.
As far as my delt work. And John Meadows, he taught me he taught everybody, you know, through one of his videos, to take some really heavy, you know, like double what you would normally do, double the weight you would normally lift with your side laterals, and do halves, half reps, right?
Oh, yeah.
All the way to failure. He would say, do heavy weight, high reps, but you're only doing half reps.
Yeah.
And what I'll do is I'll do that all the way to failure. And then as soon as I'll do it with like the 35s, and as soon as I can't do another one, I just drop them and I pick up the 10s or the 15s. And then I'll do full lateral raises. Man, it just torches those side delts. And I can do like 2 sets like that. And I mean, they're fried.
So I've got a variation of that. And that's quite interesting because, you know, I agree, though, that kind of lifting is fun, at least for me. And it sounds like it is for you. But a variation I did of that is I went ahead and just took the bicep 21 variation. And you can do that with any muscle group. And I like doing that with the delts. So like you were saying, you know, you could start at the bottom half, with heavy weight, do partial reps. Well, with this, you're not going to failure. You're doing your 21s. You do your bottom half of the lift, then you do your top half.
Yeah.
Now, when you get to doing the top half and you're not allowed to let those hands go all the way back down to your sides, you're going to hate yourself.
Yeah.
And then you're going to love to get to that last 7, which is your full range of motion. So give that a shot if you haven't tried it, because I think those are very fun. It's the top half that kills you. It's like the middle of the whole exercise is your most difficult part. The bottom half is a struggle. It gets your delts burning. The top half, you want to quit. And finally, when you get to the full range, you almost feel like you're stretching the delt as you're moving through the full range, and you're going ahead and burning out the rest of the way. It's a lot of fun, dude. I don't know if you've done it before, but give it a shot.
No, I haven't. I actually do want to try it because that sounds like, it sounds like reps 8 through 4, or would it be? Yeah, 8 through 14 would be total torture, but
torture.
Yeah, I've done 21s, but I've always just done them with my bicep curls.
Yeah,
and
I did that too. I used to, 21s. That's just synonymous with the biceps. It's perfect for the biceps. I mean, the greatest bodybuilder of all time, in my opinion, Arnold Schwarzenegger, when he came up with those 21s, everybody does them. They are very effective. But I started thinking to myself, as I'm in the gym, I've been, lifting long enough, you start figuring your own lifts out. And not that the 21 is my lift, but I moved the 21 over to all of my muscle groups. I've done it with every muscle group. I've done it with bench press. That's fun. I've done it with legs. That's fun. But shoulders, man, that's one brutal way to do it because of that top half. When you're up here and you can't let them all the way back down.
Yeah.
Dude, gravity sucks. Gravity sucks.
Definitely going to have to give that a shot because I do enjoy working delts because, with my physique, my shoulders are, I don't want to say they're my genetics, I guess.
Yeah.
I've got really long legs, really long arms, so it's hard for me to build my biceps, and my shoulders, I don't have wide shoulders, so I do a lot of shoulder work. I was blessed with traps. My traps grew significantly, but I would have traded my traps for delts in a heartbeat, just for the wider, just to have the wider, frame, because I'm 6'3", so I look like a beanpole, and I remember when I first started, I was like 160 pounds. I was like, man, when I get to 190, I'm going to be huge. And, I'm like, I went to the doctor a few days ago. I was 197 pounds. And this is after taking a month off. And last time I weighed at the gym, I was at like 202. And I just knew, I was like, man, I'm going to be like 180 something. And I get on the scale, I was like 197 because I've still been eating pretty well, So I was like it kind of felt good. It made me happy that I was still 197 at least, hadn't lost too much.
So what I wanted to do is I wanted to go back to the point you made earlier because it really stuck with me. And you were saying whenever you were talking about whenever you want to start or restart, get in the gym and do something that you enjoy, right? Again, that's probably better for those who are wanting to restart because we all know what we enjoy. But generally speaking, I think even if you're just wanting to start from nothing, you already know, just from society, you don't want to go in and start with legs. It's just, everybody knows legs are brutal. So, when you start or restart, the thing is you do want to get in the gym and do what you enjoy. That was a good point. And I'll take that even further as to say, even if you are in a fitness regimen or you have something going, you've been working out for years. I know the old adage is, and I know we like to make fun of folks and in the whole leg day thing, don't skip legs, never skip legs. We always hear that. We always like to jack with each other. It's a gym bro thing, honestly, because in my opinion, and the thing is I was actually putting a good video together about this, and I still probably release it. I won't give all the details of what I've got in my video in this, live stream today, but it made me think, skip leg day. Who gives a shit? Because honestly, whenever we're making fun of each other, that's all we're doing. We're making fun. I'm not really trying to dog you out because I jack with people too. Oh, skip leg day, man. You have a little twig legs. But honestly, if you want to continue a fitness lifestyle and you want to stay motivated, if legs completely and utterly demotivate you, don't do them.
Right.
And I'm not, that's a tough one. I bet you people who are watching this on the playback or live, you're going to have some people kind of cuss at me at the screen. They're like, what the hell are you talking about? Skip leg day, you dumbass. But I
It's
really do
better than
mean
not
that,
doing
though.
anything at all.
There you go, Chris. That's exactly my point. It's either do nothing. It's either get so demotivated and so crushed by the thought of going in and doing legs and then just quitting it altogether. That's the alternative. So if you don't want to do them, don't do them. It's quite all right. Whenever I'm training with friends of mine, I've trained a bunch of people, whether it's friends or strangers. And no matter how long I've been working out with them, I have buddies I've been working out for years. I've had strangers that I end up working out for years or just a few months. But regardless of the time I spend with them, whenever we're working out together, if we get into the gym and we are not feeling it, we switch. It seems silly to get in the gym and really do something you hate. If you're not feeling it that day, move on. Because trust me, I know from experience, and Chris, you probably do too. You've gotten in the gym and not just leg day. Let's say I've had days where I hated chest. But I love chest most of the time, but I hated chest today. I go in there and I'm going through my chest workout and I'm just not feeling it. I'm pissy. I'm just, the mind muscle connection's not there. There's your problem, because you're out of it mentally. Your motivation's gone. And I've tried to press on through that lift. And when I made it to the end of the lift, it wasn't satisfying. I'm to a degree, I could at least say, okay, man, you got it done. Blah. That's about it. You got it done. But did you really do a good job? No.
Right.
No. Are you gonna probably get any gains off of it? Do you think you're gonna get that fatigue and that soreness? Probably not. You didn't push through. You didn't have the intensity. So I know you've probably had days like that and you push through them, and they're weak. But anymore, I try to catch myself when I'm having those crappy days and my mind's not there, whether it's legs, chest, bis, tris, shoulders, anything. I try to catch myself and say, man, you're not feeling it. Time for another muscle group, and switch it. And all of a sudden I'm motivated again. My mind muscle connection's there, and we always tend to switch to something that you like on yourself.
Yeah.
So like if you love your biceps, you switch to biceps because they're pretty. You're like, yeah, man, these look good. If you love legs, shit, there's some crazy people out there that love legs, Chris. I don't know if you're one of them. I'm not.
I'm indifferent on them. I mean, I don't hate legs. I do them because I do have, like I said, my frame's very long. I have very skinny legs. But yeah, I've gotten to where it's hard for me to find jeans that fit over my thighs now because I don't go in and just do like just ridiculous leg workouts anymore. I used to where I would go in and, another Meadows trick. He would do warm-ups, I always do my cardio warm-up. I've told you about that on the elliptical. And then after that, I would get on the leg extensions and warm up the leg extensions. I would just kind of build up to a moderately heavy weight, and I'd not go to failure or anything, just kind of warm it up, and then do the same thing with leg curls. And then I would go over and then I would do my squats. But now, normally I will do my cardio warm up and I'll do a few leg extensions and then I'll do body weight lunges. I can't tell, probably 30 yards is the distance of the gym or so. So I'll go all the way down and all the way back, and then I'll go do my squats. And then and then after squats, I'll do either I'll use the Smith machine with the box to do calf raises there, or I'll go to they got the one that you sit down on and you put the deal on your knees to work your calves. I don't know if you know which machine I'm talking about. They've got that. But anyway, I'll finish with some calves and then I'll stretch my calves and then I'm done for the day. Like I don't do these murderous leg days anymore. Really, squats, that compound movement is really it's a very effective compound movement. And as far as hamstring curls go, unless you're a bodybuilder, I mean, there's really, or a grappler or something, MMA, something where you need that. You don't have to do hamstring curls. You don't have to do anything that you don't want to do.
Sure.
But as far as trying to achieve a healthy and fit lifestyle, as far as legs go, squats are all you need. I do calves. I throw calves in as well because I've got really skinny calves. I've got shitty calf genetics, and they have grown, And before John Meadows died, he was doing a challenge. I think it was a few months before he died. It was called the MD Calf Challenge, and he had a bunch of people in on it. I started it, but I wasn't even able to finish it because I had so much going on with my family. But anyway, it was 5 days a week of doing calves. At the end of it, every day he would say to calf workouts, just a couple sets, instead of 1 or 2 days a week doing your calves and just doing 3-4 sets, just murdering them, doing a little bit, like 2 sets at the end of every workout, so 5 days a week. And then, and by doing and I started, kind of implementing that into my workout routine where I don't do them 5 days a week, but at the end of one of my push days, I'll go and hit some calves. At the end of one of my pull days, I'll go and hit some calves. So I don't only do calves on leg days anymore. I'll throw a few sets of calves in as often as possible. But we got Bella in the chat. She was saying, do you remember when I did not remember my weight? And then she says that she weighed 244. Okay, how tall are you, Bella? Are you still here? Oh, what did I do?
Hopefully she is.
I think she's still here. We got some people in here. It's showing
Good.
that we do. It says she weighed 224, as in past tense. So I'm assuming you lost some weight.
Mm-hmm.
So congratulations on that. And I'm interested to hear what methods that she implemented. But she's 5'6", so 244. So what? And now, what do you weigh now? Did you tell? I think you may have told us in the last show, but I have a terrible memory. If you guys haven't figured that out yet,
that's a scary question to ask a young lady.
Well, I was just curious. I wasn't trying to be offensive or anything. I was just trying to get a grasp on her achievements so far.
Absolutely. Usually, they're when they are proud of it like that, they're happy to say it. Of course, Chris didn't mean any harm. I didn't mean any. It's just I'm just joking as well.
Sorry if I did offend. I was just curious because I'm at like I said, 197. I'm 6'3", and let's see. I think my fiance is 5 foot. I think she's also. Oh, she said she's still the same. Oh, okay. I thought you said that. So you were asking us for ways to lose weight, right? It was Bella, right, Michael? In the last show?
No, that wasn't Bella.
It wasn't?
No.
I thought we had someone.
No, I forget. I forget. It's I forget the screen name, but it's someone I know. I forget her screen name though.
Okay, well, I meant no offense, Bella. So since you're here, I'm assuming that you're looking to maybe get into a healthier lifestyle. So
whether it's a start or a restart, that would be my question.
Yeah, and really the easiest way to start from the point that you're at would be to increase your calories out, so to move more, and decrease your calories in. So you're taking in less energy and burning more energy, whether that's going for walks, going to the gym. See, the thing that so many people, and I hate it because there's so many influencers on here that try to make it seem like you need a special supplement. You don't need any special supplement to make whether you're trying to lose weight, whether you're trying to gain muscle. You don't need any special supplements. All you need is good, wholesome food, well-rounded diet with all, getting all the raw materials that your body needs to rebuild after you've torn the muscle down. And the thing that people, when it comes to weight loss, they don't realize, or if they do realize it, they don't talk about it, is working out, as in weight training, building muscle, increases your metabolism, because for every pound of body mass that you accrue, your body has to, whether you're just sitting on the couch, your body has to use more energy, more calories to support and maintain that muscle. And that is how it increases your metabolism, just weightlifting. So in the short term, you're going to, what cardio, you're going to burn more calories during the exercise than you would weightlifting. But in the long run, I feel like weightlifting is a better I mean, if you were to choose one or the other, I would suggest doing both. But if you were going to say pick one or the other, I would say weightlifting and a healthy diet in the long run would help you to lose weight.
Now, the funny thing is remember our last stream, Chris, we went into this in depth. So to answer all those questions, I just refer people over to that stream playback, and I believe that was on my channel. So if you guys want to take a look at difference between your cardiovascular exercise and then your strength training exercises and how those coincide and what's better or what's not, or all those questions, go check that stream out, because Chris and I went in very much in depth on that. On that particular topic. Now, Bella, my question is going to be: are you looking to start or restart a fitness regimen? And then because my follow up to that's going to be, first and foremost, as Chris was saying, of course, you decrease your calorie intake, increase your calorie burn. That's if you're actually doing it. Like if you're ready to take that step. My question would be: are you ready to take that step? What's your motivation behind taking that step into moving forward? Because the motivation is key. She's looking to start. Okay. So Bella, what's your motivation? That'd be another question I'm asking directly to you. I'm sitting here asking you 20 questions. I'm sure you're like, what the heck is going on? But I'd want to know what your motivation is. And the reason why is it's not to pry into your personal business. It's just to kind of figure out, really, do you have a solid motivation to do it? Because the motivation between, my crush, I want my crush to like me, and he only likes skinny girls, whatever. But okay, that's some people's motivation. Unfortunately, that motivation is not going to carry you very far. So I want to know what that motivation is, because you got to have a real one. You got to have a real motivation to get started. And then once you get there and you have that, and you're willing to go ahead and press that start button, then we move over into Chris's advice here, where you're talking about calories and you start really adjusting diet and exercise and things like that. Looks like, so Belly, your motivation is to lose weight. Okay. That's a good general motivation and that's fine. But are you trying to lose weight, to look better in the mirror? Are you trying to lose weight to get healthy? Do you have medical issues? It's none of my business. You don't need to tell me what they are if you have them. But are you trying to remedy something like that, where maybe it's a blood pressure issue or a diabetes issue? Are you trying to take care of that? Or are you trying to look better in the mirror? Because all of these different motivations lead you down a different path. And I'm not trying to pry, but I ask all these questions of anybody I'm talking to, whether I'm here live with you guys or on a playback or I'm standing in person. I'm going to ask these very same questions, and I assure you. And when we get to the finish line, you'll understand why I'm asking. I'm not just trying to pry. I'm getting to a finish line, and I'm going to help you get good and motivated and crush this thing, because I want everybody to be successful in it. It's a tough road. So whenever you start that road on the wrong foot, you're really setting yourself up for failure down the line. So I want to get you started right. I think Chris would agree. I think he preaches that a lot in most all his videos. Is getting the proper motivation and following through. Something that you can do consistently and be happy and enjoy doing it.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Starting small with something that start incrementally increasing. Because once you start, at least for me, this is what I say all the time. Once you get started and you start releasing those endorphins, you start feeling like you're like, man, I'm actually doing this thing now. It motivates you further to do more. And it just kind of just snowballs in that way. And before you know it, you're looking in the mirror and you're like, wow, I can't believe I've come this far. That's how it was for me. I dropped that link to that stream in the chat, but I don't know if it's not showing that it's clickable for me. So I don't know what I did wrong, but Anyway,
I see the link you dropped, and it doesn't look clickable for me, but at the very least, people can copy and paste it. I mean, as long as it's there, I want them to have, some sort of a tool to get to it. Another question, Bella, I'm sitting here just drilling you here, but the question would be, are you in your 20s, 30s, or 40s? I don't even know your exact age. I know it's a little taboo to ask a woman her age, but 20s, 30s, or 40s, or 50s. I mean, what decade of life are you in? Because that's going to also totally alter at least the advice that I give. If you even, care to hear my advice, which you must be fairly interested, or you wouldn't be in this stream, but
right.
that will definitely adjust the advice that I give to somebody and how to approach your fitness and your weight loss journey in your case, Bella.
Yeah. The only reason that we need, is not prying or anything. It's so he can give the most accurate information, or we can give the most accurate information. The more that we know about where you're starting from, the more that we can, or the more accurate of information we can give to you on where to start and how to get into it. So it
Okay. You know
she's
what? Bella's 14, about to be 15. Bella, you are in a great starting point, Bella. Heck
yep.
yeah, you got this. I'm just going to say it right now. I'm impressed that you are even motivated enough, first of all, to get on this stream with a couple of dudes talking crap, but also to be able to just answer these questions and be honest and say, look, I'm this height, I'm this weight, I want to lose weight. You're 14 years old. That's a big decision. I know it may sound corny to you today, but as a 41-year-old man who has a daughter now that's 11, right, who's not far off of your age, that's impressive that you're thinking about yourself like that. And I hope that you're thinking about yourself in a positive light, right? Not negatively. But that's what I mean by that, is thinking about yourself and how you can better yourself, not how bad you may look or think, because that's a different issue. And I'm not a counselor. I'm not a therapist, and I won't go down that road. That's for someone else to fix. But if you are actually looking at this from a health perspective, I'm proud of you. So you're in a good position, because right now your body is poised to burn. Chris, am I right? I mean,
Yeah,
she's a
definitely.
teenager, man.
Yeah. As a teenager, yes, definitely. And what it's going to do is, if you start now, as a teenager, if you get into that fitness and that health lifestyle, it'll make it so much easier to carry it on into your adulthood. Like, I wish I would have started, when I was, 14, even 18, and I played a little sports in high school. I wasn't into it. I didn't care about my health and stuff. I was partying in high school all the time, doing dumb stuff all the time. So I didn't really care about my health in that aspect, So, but I wish I would have, especially, for those of you that know my story, I got in, to heavy drug use by the time I was like 19. So I was either using alcohol or drugs. I did not care one bit about my health. And then it was like that until I became a dad. And I knew, I mean, it's in my description of my channel. When I found out I was going to be a father, I knew I didn't fit the portrait of a father that I wanted to be, and I had to change everything. So I did. So anyway, back to the point. You're 14, you're about to be 15. I'm assuming you're in high school, junior, or no, not junior, sophomore.
Probably.
I'm assuming
Freshman, sophomore.
Yeah. So, you got school to worry about. I don't know if you're in any extracurricular activities, but where you're gonna need to start. I don't know if you have any. Do you have any? What is it? What is it called? Is it hypothyroidism or something? There's some kind of
That's
there's
hypothyroidism.
where where it releases too much cortisol and makes oh, she says she's in middle school. Okay. Well, that's fine. It's all the same. I was just blabbering. Anyway, are there any conditions that are keeping you from being able to lose weight that the doctors, I mean, my fiance is actually an AMP2 right now, and she showed me a picture of somebody, they had an ulcer on their I think an ulcer on their liver or something, but it was causing their body to release like crazy amounts of cortisol. and the woman gained like over 100 pounds within like 8 months. Like,
Right.
because I don't claim to be a biologist by any means. I mean, she knows way more about that kind of stuff than I
Yeah.
do. But
So the
oh,
question
she's
is really, do you
homeschooled.
have a
Awesome.
medical
You're
issue?
a homeschool. That is awesome because you don't have to go eat the school's food. That means you can get on your own diet plan at home and stick to it. And you don't have to do it all at once. That's
No.
the key factor here.
No.
Instead of, I'm assuming you've just been kind of eating, maybe you've been living stagnant lifestyle, not really moving around much, and maybe binge eating. Just, I mean, I'm not trying to blast or offend or anything. I'm just assuming that this is how you've gotten to where you are now. And here's how I'm going to suggest to start. Instead of doing everything all at once, just so many people, they mess up because what they do is they're like, okay, that's what we did a whole video on this, the whole show on people and their new year, new me, and all this, and they try to flip that switch and think they're going to change everything all at once.
Doesn't work.
Start with something very small. Either start going for walks. First of all, I'm going to suggest if you're drinking sodas, either switch to diet sodas or stop drinking them altogether if you can. Just the sodas, they're so much. I mean, I was telling my buddy, I've got a buddy that I'm actually working with right now. He's trying to lose weight as well. And he used to be crazy strong. So he has muscle memory and everything, but he's also got a lot of injuries. So we have to work around that. But he's drinking Mountain Dew. And I was like, well, if you're wanting to make any progress at all, he was drinking, I think, like 4 or 5 Mountain Dews a day, 12-ounce cans. I was like, that's the first thing that's going to have to go, bro. And he actually went in and got his blood drawn because he was telling me, he's like, I'm fatigued all the time and everything. He got his blood work done. His testosterone, his total testosterone levels at 30 years old was 285. So his doctor prescribed him TRT. And he's about 4 weeks in now, and he's already a different person, like you wouldn't believe. And he's gone from drinking 4 to 5 Mountain Dews a day.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's been drinking. I told him, you need to drink a lot more water because he hadn't been drinking much water. So this is for you as well, Bella. If you're drinking sodas, if you can't kick the sodas altogether, at least find one that is like Coach Greg. He drinks diet sodas all the time. I don't know if you watch Coach Greg. I recommend everybody to watch Coach Greg, especially for weight loss. Sorry, that's my son. I may have to step out for a second if
You're fine.
But anyway, Coach Greg, he says, drink all the diet soda you want. 0 calories, 0 problems. Obviously, they're not totally 0 calories. There are a few calories in them. But is it the FDA that does the nutrition labels?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, whatever their rules are, if something has, say, under 10 calories, they're allowed to say that it's 0 calories. So that's why on like the spray, the canola oil spray for this, it says 0 calories. And then if you look into it, it's because the serving size is so minuscule. I think it says it's like a half a second spray. So it's so minuscule that it's actually only 5 calories in that half second spray, but they're allowed to round that down to 0 calories. So it's a technicality, but Coach Greg has a video explaining all that. So yeah, diet sodas, anything that says it has 0 calories, it's going to have a few calories, and it's also going to be dependent on serving sizes. You get, especially, things that say they have 0 calories. Look at those, like the canola oil example, because he actually used that as the example, and he says, look, it says it has 0 calories, but whenever you look at the serving sizes, there's 2,000 servings in here. So you've got, it says 0 calories, but it's actually 5 calories per serving multiplied by 2,000 servings. So you've actually got 10,000 calories in a can of canola oil that's telling you it has 0 calories. If that makes any sense to you guys. But
No, it
anyway.
makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah.
So I want to ask the question, Bella. Since you're 14 going on 15, clearly that means you're not doing the grocery shopping, right? So you're at the mercy of what your parents bring into the house. So my question to you is, what is your vice? What is your vice? And what I mean by that is, are you addicted to sugar? Do you really just indulge too much in sugar? Are you addicted to like your carbs, like your breads and your stuff like that? Do you just indulge in that? What is your vice? What is it that you basically overindulge into? And because that's going to be the question. And then we need to figure out how you cut that back and add other things in. The thing is, you don't do the grocery shopping. So you got to figure out what you're going to be eating out of your house that your parents buy to make yourself better. So that would be my question. I want to try to help you, Bella. I want to make sure that we're getting you on the right track. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to grab the door.
Okay. Yep. Is to go on from what Michael was saying, if you can get a food scale, that will help you out. I mean, you don't have to go out and immediately get it, but down the road, if you really want to hone in, like I said, we're going to start small. So we're going to give you some time, like to answer what Michael was asking. You know, what your vice is. Is it sodas? Is it sugary? Is it or is it sugary foods? Is it, you know, muffins? You know, I like myself, I love the French toast sticks and stuff like that. I love they make those pancake sausage, like they look like wow, I'm losing my mind. They look like corn dogs, but they're pancake wrapped sausage links. So I love things like that. But my metabolism allows me to eat like crazy, and I'm actually in the process of trying to gain weight, so I'm going in the opposite direction. So the thing is, you've got to start observing your nutrition labels. I've got videos if you want to go through my video library that will teach you how to break down your nutrition labels. Look at the serving sizes, see what each serving is. Drink a lot of Coke. Okay, I figured there was something. So it's Coca-Cola. How do you feel about Diet Coke? Most people hate it. I mean, I'll admit I hate diet sodas. I used to drink Mountain Dew like it was going out of style. But what I did was I switched to just drinking more water. I got to where I would drink. I would get up first thing in the morning, and I would just slam 2 of these. And for a while, I wasn't even drinking coffee. I mean, I started to now because I've had a lot of late night. Life happens, as I was saying at the beginning of the stream. But we found her vice. I got it brought up here, Michael. She drinks a lot of Coca-Cola. So how do you feel about Diet Cokes? And how hard would it be for you to acquire the taste of Diet Coke? And how many Cokes are you drinking? So a lot. How many is a lot per day? So per day,
Okay.
how many would you say you are drinking?
So it sounds like, Chris, you're already getting into it. Coke seems to be her vice. You know, the thing is, the soda seem to be a lot of people's vices. Those are quickly and easily consumed, and that, you know, you can actually consume a whole lot more sugar and calories than you would ever dream. Just sitting there, you know, just tipping back, you know, a few Cokes every hour. That's so easy to do. So the advice that Chris has given is pretty solid. I don't love telling people to drink Diet Cokes either. Because although it may be, you know, you're, like you said, 0 calorie, it's not 0 consequence. Thing is I get into a whole lot of science of it that we don't have time to get into today, where, you know, when you trick the body with an alternative to sugar, the body still craves now more sugar. Like, you've tricked it. You've given it the flavor of sweetness, but you have not delivered real sugar to the body. So then it kicks into high gear and says, no, I want sugar. And then it makes you crave more sweet. And anyway, but that's a different stream, different day. But as for today, yes, Chris has given good, solid advice here. Try to get on some diet sodas if Coke is your vice. because those calories and that sugar is crushing you.
Well, see, the thing about it is,
Be right back.
okay. And the thing about it, if you could transition, you're saying a lot of if I would start by just cutting down on the amount of sodas you're drinking. So if you're drinking 5 sodas a day, try to cut down to 2, and then next week try to cut it down to 1, and then maybe the week after that introduce some diet soda and try to drink diet soda. And if you don't like the diet soda, but you can develop the discipline enough to where you you stick to it and you're drinking the diet soda, and you can still every now and then have a regular Coke if you want to, every now and then, but a lot of Coke. Just start by cutting. I would say the first week, here's what I want you to do about the first week. I want you to cut the amount of sodas you're drinking in half. So if you're drinking 4 Cokes today, cut it down to 2 and start going for walks. And you don't have to walk 10 miles. You don't have to walk. If you've been stagnant, not doing anything, you can start by walking to the mailbox and back. But what I want you to do is just progress. Start going for a walk. You don't even have to do it every day. Give me 3 walks in a week. And I mean, just walk as far as you fit, whatever you feel like is an adequate amount. You're doing more than you were the day before, right? So cut the amount of sodas in half, and then the following week, do it again. Cut the amount of soda. You cut the first week, you cut it in half. You went from 4 to 2. And you may be drinking 6. I don't know. Whatever it is, just cut it in half. I'm just giving you an example. So the first week, you went from 4 to 2 a day. And then the following week, cut it down to 1. And then the week after that, by this point, you should be able to walk up. Because, I mean, when you start walking, you'd be surprised at how quickly you can increase the distance that you can walk. So you might even be able to get up to a mile within, the matter of weeks. And I don't know if you've got one of those step counters. Some people have the watch. I mean, I think phones have them built in, but whatever. You just track your progress. Track how many steps you can track it by the amount of steps you're getting, or you can track it by the distance you're going. Either way, doesn't matter. But by the 3rd week, so when you've got to your 3rd week and you're down to 1 soda, so gosh, I keep losing my train of thought. 3 walks a week, right? So you can walk the same distance for the first week on all 3 walks, and then try to double that the next week. So as you're cutting your soda intake in half, I want you to double the distance that you're walking. Now that by the 3rd week would get crazy, so don't double it by the 3rd week. I would say increase it. It's really hard. Just you'll feel it. You'll know when enough is enough. Don't overexert yourself. But what I'm saying is by week 4, I want you to switch from drinking regular soda, switch to drinking diet soda. And if you hate it, but you can develop and stick or stay disciplined enough to drink it anyway, because it's the healthy. Oh, she was gone. You can just rewind. I went on a little spiel of giving you some advice on just how to start. But basically, by week 4, if you hate the diet soda, that's actually going to be a good thing, because that'll make it. If you're disciplined, if you can be disciplined enough, it'll make it easier for you to kick sodas altogether when the time comes and switch to water. Or you can switch to Gatorade's got a lot of sugar too, but
yes,
I mean, Gatorade is better than soda, in my opinion. There's also what is it? The fizzy waters. My fiance loves those, and they're really low calorie. I think forget what they're called, but yeah, I would start by just however many sodas you're drinking the first week, just try to cut that in half. So And that's what my buddy did. He's gone in the past 6 weeks. He's gone from drinking up to 7 Mountain Dews a day. He's gotten down to 1, and I'm really proud of him. He's doing a lot better. So 1 12-ounce can of Mountain Dew, I believe, is 170 calories. So multiply that by 7.
It's a lot.
That's 1,490 calories.
A lot.
If I'm doing that correctly in my head, 1,490 calories just from the sodas he's drinking. That's not counting the food or anything, right? So if you're drinking, and what's Coke? I think Coke's something similar. We'll say for the ease of math, we'll say you're drinking 12-ounce Coca-Cola cans, 150 calories. If you're drinking 4 of those a day,
600 calories.
Yeah, that's 600 calories, and that's just from the sodas that you're drinking. That's not counting any of the foods that you eat, nothing. So if you cut that in half, then you're cutting 300 calories out of your intake. And then by going for the walk, you're increasing your energy burned. So you said you had to go do something with your brother. I see that you're still here. So just rewind about 10 minutes, I would say. So you don't have to rewatch the entire show or anything. Just go to I think 46. I think I started at about 45 minutes, and just rewatch that part of the video, and that's my advice. And now I'm gonna let Michael give his advice, and then we're gonna have to wrap up because my kid's about to freak out.
Yeah. So my advice is going to fall in line with what Chris was saying. The thing is Chris is talking about tiny things, right? We're talking about taking tiny little steps to get you to a bigger goal. We don't want you to drastically change anything, because what that's going to do is that's going to shock your whole system. And when I mean your system, I also mean you mentally. It's just going to be shocking. You can't handle huge steps. Really, nobody can. We all like to take tiny steps. You got to manage your goal setting. And that's, again, another stream that you can go back and check of ours, and how to set proper goals for yourself so you don't burn out. But these are tiny steps. So handle your soda habit. And then second, you need to figure out tiny steps you can be taking yourself forward to say, I got small victories. Don't stare at the scale. Please don't. Please don't stare at the scale. Just make your goal something else. Like Chris was saying, if you want to go on a little walk, we'll make your goal being you walk a little longer today, or you walk a little longer this week. Those goals are what you want to see happening. And then, if you're meeting those goals, the scale's changing. Don't go staring at it and don't obsess over it.
Yeah,
just keep working the system. Keep working your goals, right? Keep working towards them. So really, I don't have a whole lot more to add to this that Chris has already said. I'm just saying, as a whole, make your goals realistic and take them small, tiny steps at a time. And then make sure also, the thing is, I would almost want to know, is your family supportive of this? I don't know what kind of support system you have around you, but sometimes families can be pretty rough on you, man. And it's family dynamic. They think they can be mean to you when they're not trying to be, and they can beat you up. So you got to be careful of, being a kid living under someone else's roof. Are your parents going to be, okay with this? I don't know your parents' sense of humor or what. But again, it's tiny things. Chris, you've already made the point. I'm just reinforcing it. You're going to get this done, Bella. Be sure to watch our other streams, though. We've got a lot of information. She's at the walking
trail right now, she says.
Yeah, she's out walking.
What I'm talking about. Awesome.
So that's all I got.
The thing is, the reason you don't want to try to, like I said before, flip that switch and just do everything all at once is, so many people try to do that. They try to say, all right, starting today, I'm just going to change my entire diet. I'm going to change my entire routine. And maybe they'll stick with it. Maybe they'll stick with it for a week. Maybe they'll stick with it for 2 weeks. But we did a live stream on this. It's on my channel. If you go back through our video logs, it's what was the title of it? Why New Year's resolutions are bullcrap or something like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, and 9 times out of 10, they'll stick to it. They're trying to change everything all at once, and they'll stick to it for maybe 2 weeks. And then what they do is they get burnt out really fast. They can't stick with it. And then they they fall back into their old lifestyle, and 9 times out of 10 they get even worse shape than they were when they started.
Yep.
And that's why I very much discourage trying to change everything all at once, and I encourage taking small steps that you can stick to, and then letting them build up over time. Because as you do more, or as you progress, you're going to want to do more because it feels good. You'll feel accomplished. And throw the scale out. And not even right now, but see, our next show will be in 2 weeks. It'll be on Michael's channel, and then the show after that, so 1 month from now, we'll be right here again. And Bella, I want you to be here, and I want to see where you're at. Like I said, throw the scale out. We're not even worried about it. Not for this month. Not for now. For now, we're worried about, because in order to lose weight, a lot of people don't realize this. In order to lose weight, obviously you have to consume less energy than you're burning, so that your body is forced to use your stored energy. But in order to do that, first you have to stop consuming more energy than your body is using. Does that make sense? So that's why I'm saying with the soda thing, start small. We're going to start by just kicking the sodas, or not kicking them all together, cutting the amount in half. Each week, cut the amount of soda that you're drinking in half. By week 4, switch to diet soda. And then we'll have our live show. We're going to be here, and I want you to be here, Bella, and then we're going to talk about counting calories. And then we're going to teach you. I've got videos on it already. The scientifically proven way to lose weight. It's a video. It's in my video library. If you haven't watched it already, I highly encourage you to go watch it, because I break everything down: how to read the nutrition labels, how to measure out your serving sizes, all that. But anyway, we're gonna see how you've progressed, how you've stuck to, if you've stuck to what, the small changes that we are suggesting. And then we're going to talk about, because whenever you're not the one buying the groceries, it can be a lot more difficult to, count your calories and, manage your calorie intake. But we're going to help you. The next live stream we do it every 2 weeks, and it's always on Friday, and we alternate between channels. So the next one, calendar. So today's the 11th. The next one is going to be on the 25th, and it's going to be on Michael's channel. So if you're not subscribed to Michael's channel, go down in the description, and his channel is linked there, and go subscribe to his channel. But on the 25th, we'll be doing our next show. That's 2 weeks from today. And then 2 weeks from then, that's when I was saying we'll be back on my channel, and I was going to discuss. We're going to see how much you've progressed, and then we're going to discuss how. And if you're interested, we could even invite you on, and we could talk, and we could have a discussion and find out exactly. And we could even, if Michael's interested, we could do it on the next show. We could bring you on, and we could see exactly where you're at. Give you, and because, we can talk. We can read your chats and everything and do it that way, but it'd be a lot easier to just have you, talk. But if you're not comfortable on, being live on the show, that's fine. We can.
Or if your parents aren't, live under their roof.
Yeah.
So we're here to help. Yeah. Honest to God. And so the thing is like Chris was saying, by all means, go subscribe to my channel, because I want to make sure you're on the next live stream. We'll go ahead and continue this topic for you. We want to continue to help you down this road. I think it'd be an awesome thing to kind of follow you and get you on the track to where it's like you're on training wheels right now. We want to cut you loose to where you're riding on your own. And that's my goal, because I think it's great to see people trying to do things for themselves like this. So
that's the goal of my
hopefully
channel.
We can get you on.
That's what I've always said, is that if I can help one person achieve a happier and healthier lifestyle, then I've achieved my goal.
Yeah.
You know, even if it's just one person or if it's 1,000 people. I mean, that's what I'm here to do. That's why I made my channel. You know, I did it to help whether you know, everybody's an addict of some sort, you know. So, you know, most people call people addicts for drugs. Some people are addicted to food. Some people are addicted to sodas. Some people are, you know, everybody has an addiction, a vice, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, I'm here. My channel, I created it to help people to get through that, because opiates are, I believe, either opiates or alcohol are the most difficult addiction to defeat or to get out of. So I feel like, you know, I'm no counselor, I'm no addiction specialist or counselor or anything, but I feel like being through what I've been through, and, you know, getting to where I am now, I feel like I have some insight as to how to help other people get out of their, you know, to defeat their vices, if that makes any sense. But we're gonna have to wrap it up, and I appreciate you watching, Vela. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and hit the like button. I got merch. Link is in the description, I believe. If it's not there, it will be within 10 minutes, because I'm going to update the description shortly. And make sure to subscribe to Michael's channel. The 25th is our next live, and it'll be on Michael's channel. And I'm proud of you. You're on the walking trail already. Just keep it up, and just keep doing a little bit more, a little bit more, and you're going to feel it. You're going to feel better. You're going to feel better within a week. You cut the amount of sodas you're drinking in half, and going for like 3 or 4 walks within a week, you're going to feel better. You might feel sore the first couple of days, but you're going to start feeling better, you know. Okay, she said she did. All right, awesome. All right, Bella, well, we will see you in 2 weeks, and all right, I guess that's going to be it. All right, thanks. Thanks for joining me again, Michael. Appreciate you. It's always an honor to have somebody who has a lot more experience than I do on the channel, and I really appreciate you.
Sure. No, it's always good, man. We're doing this together, so I appreciate everybody who joined us live today. I appreciate everybody on the playback. Make sure you're catching our next live streams, guys. We're just here to help. That's it. We're not gonna blow any smoke. We're just trying the best we can to help you out. So, and Bella says she ran and she's tired. Good for you, Bella. So, hey, Chris, you can wrap us up and get us out of here, man.
Yeah, don't push yourself too hard all at once, though. But yeah, just gradually increase. You're doing good. Just keep it up. You got this. You got this. All right, y'all have a good one.
Thanks a lot, Chris.